The folks who provide the pictures to us from Naval Base Point Loma. They have a lot of activity there. There's 7 particular commands that our speaker is responsible for. He's got a very impressive background in the military, serving on various strategic deployments throughout the world on nuclear submarines and things. But I think we found out yesterday what a very special person he and his family are. For the first time that I've been involved with this program, he asked a lot of questions about the volunteers, what we do, decorating the graves, etc., and he said he wanted to be a part of that. He came up here yesterday, purchased flowers, and with his family, they each decorated a veteran from a century. We have Civil War veterans here. So we had someone from the 19th century, then the 20th century of World War II, and then someone who was in Iraq. And those were done by his children, his daughter Miranda, who did Civil War veteran John Nichols. His son Wynn did a World War II veteran Paul Cederlund, and his daughter Miranda did Staff Sergeant William Harrell, who served in Iraq. I would like to introduce his family to you. His wife Kim, daughter Miranda, son Wynn, and daughter Abigail. Would they please stand? Thank you. And now would you please give a warm North Orange County welcome to our speaker, Captain Scott Adams.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Mr. Paul, thank you for the kind introduction and warm welcome. I'm privileged to speak here today and greatly appreciate the invitation. There's no place that I would rather be than right here amongst the fine people in Fullerton, paying tribute to the fallen heroes of America. On a morning such as this, many years ago, President Ronald Reagan addressed a group gathered to celebrate and acknowledge our fallen warriors on Memorial Day. Speaking on the nation's inability to repay them for their sacrifice, he said, "Yet we must try to honor them, not for their sakes alone, but for our own. And if words cannot repay the debt we owe these men, surely, with our actions, we must strive to keep faith with them and with the vision that led them to battle and to their final sacrifice. Our first obligation to them and to ourselves is plain enough. The United States and the freedom for which it stands, the freedom for which they died, must endure and prosper. Their lives remind us that freedom is not bought. It has a cost, it imposes a burden, and just as they whom we commemorate were willing to sacrifice, so must we, in a less final, less heroic way, be willing to give of ourselves. I hope today that you will all consider the beliefs, faith, and sacrifice displayed by all of our soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen. They are the human link between policy and action. Their conviction, dedication, and perseverance are critical to the future of our nation. That future is why brave souls continue to lay down their lives to preserve our freedom. Throughout history, the people of our nation have willingly sent their sons and daughters to the forefront of every conflict America has faced. From Lexington to Normandy to Kandahar, the heroes of America have answered the call. The cost was great. Those who serve and those who fall are not just wartime statistics. They are not faceless men and women. They are real people. They are fellow citizens. They are America's beloved sons and daughters, your family, friends, and neighbors. Today is the day we remember them. They represent America's dedication, pride, and patriotism. They died fighting for a just cause, and our nation will be forever grateful. Words and speeches cannot fill the void in the hearts and lives of the families and friends of our fallen heroes. However, I hope that you find comfort in knowing that the sacrifice made by these brave men and women was not in vain. That flag flies because of what they have done. They paved the way for a more secure and stable future. They gained our freedom in 1776. They defeated the Nazis in 1945. They toppled the Berlin Wall in 1989, and they have repelled terrorism since 2001. Today, they prevent and win wars, build confidence and trust, and preserve freedom for all Americans. Their commitment to the nation is borne out through sacrifice, loyalty, and acts of heroism. On the 5th day of May, 1868, Major General John Logan signed General Order No. 11, declaring 30 May Decoration Day, a day designated for the purpose of strewing with flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of comrades who died in defense of their country. In this observance, no form of ceremony is prescribed, but posts and comrades will, in their own way, arrange such fitting services and testimonials of respect as circumstances may permit. If other eyes grow dull, other hands slack, and other hearts cold in the solemn trust, ours shall keep it well as long as the light and warmth of life remain to us. Let us then, at the time appointed, gather around their sacred remains